What up, y'all? What up? What up? What up? Trying to make sure I'm good to go. I'm good to go. Cause we got a lot to talk about. Especially what's been happening in the last couple of hours. I see. What up? Above is my follower goal. I'm trying to get to 50 followers. And trying to get to this affiliate. So I can start getting subs and doing fun stuff. Yeah, give me a minute. We're gonna get into the main topic for the day. I'm trying to look at something. All right, here we go. What up? It's your host, your homie, Miss Breezy. Today was supposed to be Game of Thrones Day, where I was just gonna talk all things Game of Thrones. That's not happening at all, at all, at all. Oh, good Lord. I did not want to talk about this. I'm gonna get to it in a minute. I'm reading something that just. All right, so if you have not heard, the WWE has made some roster cuts. And this round of cuts, I did not agree with at all. I did not agree with any of it at any point when I was reading it. I was too shook to even read what was happening. I just saw the list of names and I was just like, anyway. So what I'm speaking on is that these round of cuts, because WWE makes roster cuts all the time, but they seem to be making them a lot more lately. And quite honestly, some of these roster cuts was a little stupid. Hold on, I gotta turn my air on. Anyway, so they recently today they released. Hold on to your seats, folks. When I go down this list of people who got cut from WWE: Braun Strowman, Aleister Black, Ruby Riott, Lana, Santana Murphy. I mean Santana Garrett. I was looking at Santana name and Buddy Murphy name at the same time. Santana Garrett and Buddy Murphy. I've been trying to wrap my brain and try to make it make sense. And right now it has that base sense. Oh, it's that base sense. I don't even know how to feel or what to think right now, because nobody, the way they going, ain't nobody on that roster safe. I don't care if you're the champion or not. Nobody on that roster is safe. Because I listen, When I tell you, I was just shook. I was shooketh seeing that. Because, okay, first name on the list is Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman, about a month or so ago, yeah. I mean, but they could have restructured this deal or something. Well, now Braun ain't gonna want to go back. I mean, even if Braun had this multi-million-dollar contract until 2023, they could have renegotiated. They could have renegotiated or found a way to renegotiate or something. Because to me, I don't know. I'm still trying to wrap my brain around this, Elena. I'm still trying to wrap my brain around this because I don't know. But the two releases that got me, was Aleister and Ruby. Why? Because you built up all this hype with Aleister, and I watched bits and pieces of his Twitch stream today. He was telling us not to really blame the creative team, and I'm like, we really can't blame creative. There's only one person we really could blame, but I'm not gonna mention his name on stream. But you built up all this hype, having all these different vignettes of Aleister making his return to SmackDown. When he does make his return to SmackDown, he attacks Big E, and then that's it. I was very much looking forward to seeing what Aleister was gonna do with him and Big E. Like, for real, I was very much looking forward to seeing him and Big E in the ring and see what they could come up with. But that ain't happening now. But I do think it's a blessing in disguise, because now he can have the creative freedom to do whatever he wants to do, whether that's in New Japan or Impact or AEW or any wrestling company, ROH, I don't know, whatever company he decides to go to, or if he even decides to go back. I know he'll bounce back from that. And the other one was Ruby. I didn't quite understand them releasing Ruby, because I was very much looking forward to seeing her and Liv work to get to the women's tag title. But again, much like Aleister, we're not gonna see the Riot Squad win the women's tag team championships, which they should have been won them. In my humble opinion, they should have been the women's tag team championships. And I know this is about him, but I know I don't know for a fact, but I'm pretty sure that, and not only are the ones that released are heartbroken is the ones that have worked closely with them, especially Ruby and Liv. They've been working together since NXT, and I know Liv is devastated. I know she devastated. Another one is Lana. Listen, I didn't like Lana at first, because she was attempting to be. Lana basically is what Eva Marie should be, but wasn't at first. Lana has improved tremendously in the she was better in the ring for now. She's better in the ring now than she was when she first started competing in the ring. Drastically different. So I'm curious as to what she's gonna do. All roads possibly lead her going to AEW to be with her husband. But I don't know. I know that it had been said for a while with Buddy Murphy. Buddy Murphy had been really unhappy with the direction that his character and his career was going. So I know he probably over the moon excited that he's been let go from the company. But like I said, the Braun, Ruby, and Liv, and somebody else. And Braun, Ruby, Liv, and Lana are the four that I was like, Again, like was just saying earlier about Braun's contract, they could have found a way to renegotiate it, renegotiate that contract. There's always a way to renegotiate the contract. Now, I've been reading, I read stuff on Twitter, seeing that there's so many rumors out there that I don't know at this point, saying that WWE's setting it up to. Oh no! I was saying Liv, like having Ruby on the road with her. That's her best friend. I know she heartbroken that her friend got released. No, as of right now, Liv is still on the roster, which I thank the high heavens that she is. And from what I've been reading and seeing, there's more roster cuts to come. It's like, y'all, first of all, they don't need to cut no more women. They barely have women on the roster as is. And the ones they do, they overwork, they get drained, and they get burnt out. It's crazy. It's been a crazy day, for real. It's been a crazy day. But the rumors that WWE setting it up to potentially sell the company, Vince is setting it up to potentially sell the company, and then there was others that say they was making budget cuts to make room for the likes of like Braun Strowman, Taker, John Cena, and I'm like, so they would do that for the likes of Eva Marie, who shouldn't be on the roster, period. But that's just my opinion. And then you said that you trying to it's been said that it make room for a potential Brock Lesnar return, or a John Cena, or a Undertaker. It's like, I don't know. I'm still trying to wrap my brain around this whole situation, because listen, for years I have always wanted to work for WWE, whether it was on commentary, backstage, producing, whatever. I don't know if I want to now. I probably, more than likely, I would either go to like Impact or AEW and get my start there as opposed to going to WWE. But that's my brain has literally. That's literally the only thing outside of work stuff. That's literally the only thing that's been on my brain is trying to make sense of all these roster cuts. Cause see, the first wave of cuts. First wave of cuts included Samoa Joe, the Iconics, Kalisto, Mickie James, Chelsea Green, Tucker, Bo Dallas, and Blake. The ones that didn't make sense to me and still don't make sense to me is the Iconics, Samoa Joe, and Mickie James, the big ones. Them the big three. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. We'll see in the coming days and weeks with WWE. No, but it's a lot. It's a lot to take in for real. It's definitely a lot to take in. But anyway, yeah, I hadn't had no time to even prepare my Game of Thrones stuff because there was a lot going on, and then this hit me. On top of it being, has it been? It's been what, 7 years? That's what I think it said. Look at the Instagram for. Yeah, 7 years to the day that the Shield first broke up. I don't know. Anyway, let's see. We'll go back to what can we talk about? Oh, we could definitely talk. Well, we could talk some of. Listen, I watched NXT last night, and I don't know how to feel because it was a lot going on, especially with the homie who I think he is still streaming. Chugs, well, we're not talking about Chugs. We're talking about Adam Cole. He delivered some promo bombs last night, and I was like, and then my Podex heart got ripped to shreds again last night. Cause he found Indy's phone that was listening to some 80s music that was really sad, and I was let's see what we can talk up. That's not. Yeah, Cole said a lot that a lot of people was thinking about Karrion Kross. Now, here's what I say to that. I'm not like the hardcore fan of Karrion Kross. I'm not. I will tell you that outright. But, 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 I low key think, I low key think that with the right person, right storyline, with the NXT Championship, the feud or storyline, whichever you want to call it, could be 100 times better, 100 million times better. Now that's not to say that sometimes a lot of the times Karrion does bore me a little bit with his in-ring work, but I look at it from the perspective of his skill set is more power based, and a lot of the times, a lot of the opponents that he faces in NXT are more high flying, ground game based athletes, which is why the only one that I know for sure that there could have been more to that is him and Keith Lee. There could have been a hell of a lot more to go with him and Keith Lee, but we'll never know. Now for the match. What up, Doc? Morning, Doc. Like I said, I'm not a hardcore fan for Karrion Kross. I like Karrion Kross. I like his in-ring ability. His in-ring style kinda, I would think, because my dream matches, I would have loved to see him, Karrion, and Aleister work in the ring, but again, we're not gonna see it. Or I still want to see what he can do in the ring between him and Roman, because more power based style of wrestling. But I low key wanted this match happening at Takeover with Karrion, Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Johnny Gargano, and Pete Dunne. I low key wanted it to be just Cole and Kross, because they teased it a little bit when Cole was still NXT champion. They never pulled the trigger. So I kind of low-key wanted it to be just them two, but this is partly the reason why I feel like that match is in the favor of Karrion, simply because Cole and Kyle are gonna cancel each other out, because neither one wants the other to win the NXT championship. So that leaves Gargano, Kross, and Dunne. So I think Gargano and Dunne try to take each other out, which leaves the door open for Karrion to retain the NXT championship. But I'm no expert. I formulate things in my brain, and it comes out very much complicated than it should be. Every instinct says that Karrion is basically screwed in this match and that he does not have to be pinned to lose the title. But does that necessarily mean that he lose the title? Well, Cole winning by pinning Gargano, Pete, or Kyle, Karrion go to the main roster and then title. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Because like I said, I definitely want to see the Kyle Cole feud more. But with Karrion, I really don't want him to go to, whenever he does go to the main roster, I don't want him to go to Monday Night Raw. Because Monday Night Raw right now is in complete shambles, and I don't even know what the heck is going on no more over there. Whereas with SmackDown, yes, SmackDown is a little chaotic right now, but he had, well, I won't say he's over there on SmackDown, but he could do some things with a Seth Rollins or a Cesaro, and eventually work his way up to get to Roman, i.e. that Roman is still the champion by then. But getting back to, I'm looking at Braun's face and Braun's just staring. Yeah, they do. Yeah, Raw does need a massive heel, and Karrion definitely would fit that mold of that heel that everybody hates and wants to go after. I don't know. Whoever is on creative for Raw, they need to shape up a lot. Especially now with these roster cuts, they're gonna have to do something. Cause now where does this leave Naomi? Now that Lana's no longer on the roster and with the company, where does this leave Naomi? Does this open the door for Naomi to back into the singles get a singles push? Because it's been a minute since she's been champion or been in the title hunt. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I would have at least moved Braun to SmackDown after renegotiating his contract. Moved him to SmackDown and brought somebody from SmackDown, I don't know who, and bring him over to Raw. Yeah, I was thinking that too when I saw that Lana had been released. I was like, maybe this will be the perfect time for them to move Naomi back over to SmackDown to be with Jay. Because I see so much potential, and I'm gonna get to that in a minute. I see so much potential with Roman and the Usos and just that in general. I'll get to that in a minute though. But I would say if Naomi goes to SmackDown, somebody from SmackDown has to go over to Raw. Because they're going to need people. And I know they're going to get tired of seeing Charlotte Flair on the TV every week. Unless they're going to call some of them up from the NXT roster to fill out the rosters for Raw and SmackDown, because I don't see how you have all these men but so few women, and then even then, you barely use them. Speaking of the women, now this opens the door directly for Mandy and Dana to win the titles, to win the women's tag team championships. As much as I don't want that, that's the only road I see. Unless WWE is in one of those moods where they just slap together a team and they win the title somehow. I don't know. But getting to Roman and the over on SmackDown. I like where the direction is going for the three of them, especially with Jimmy and Jay. Not sure if I want them to win the tag team championships this fast. I'm 100% not sure if I want them to win the titles. Do I want them to win the titles? Yeah. I would love to see them win the titles. But I don't know if I want them to win it this fast. Because they got a tag team championship match against Ray and Dominic on SmackDown this Friday. And I don't know if I want them to win them this fast. I do want them to eventually to win the tag team championships. But I want them to win it this fast. As it's only been, 3 matches that Jimmy's been in. And then we got, of course, they got Hell in a Cell coming up, which I think what's going to end up happening on the SmackDown, on SmackDown Friday. Anyway, what I think is going to end up happening on SmackDown Friday in this particular match, what's going to end up happening is, I think that the street on one hand you got the Street Profits. They could potentially play a role in this match Friday, and then on the other side of things, with Ray and Dominic, you got the Dirty Dogs, Dolph and Bobby Roode, who also want the tag team championships back. So I could see WWE making this a fatal 4-way at Hell in a Cell for the SmackDown tag team championships, in which I think then it would probably be viable for Jimmy and to eventually win the tag team championships then. If not at Hell in a Cell, Money in the Bank. What you think about that, Lena? Or you just straight up have Jay turn on. I see your point, Elena. I see why you would see that. what I think the way WWE is writing this storyline out is they eventually are going to end up winning the titles, and they're going to have the titles. Roman's going to have the Universal Championship. It's going to be dubbed the Bloodline with all the gold, the major gold, that is. And eventually that'll end up turning into eventually definitely a family business where they down the line somewhere Naomi and Bianca, is Bianca still SmackDown Women's Champion, which I believe she will be. Naomi and Bianca, or it could be Naomi, Sasha, and Bianca for the SmackDown Women's Champion, and Naomi eventually winning it. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see though. Like I said, once I see like different matchups start happening, or like certain people being placed in certain areas, depending on where in the storyline they are, I could like start seeing different things happening. They don't always come true, but it it makes for good. It makes for great discussion. It definitely makes for great discussion. I felt like I couldn't speak words then. So, anywho, I can feel it. You know, I'm looking at. Oh Lord. I don't know. I was gonna say I'm sitting here thinking now like Naomi's best chance to become champion again is basically over on SmackDown, because right as it's looking right now, oh, it's gonna be either Charlotte, Asuka, or Rhea Ripley. One of the three. I'm not hating, but it's gonna be one of the three. So we'll see what happens in the coming days and coming weeks. Cause yeah, we haven't seen Io on NXT for a while. I could definitely see her going to uh, Raw, because I know for a fact that if there's one person I would love to see on the roster and they use her correctly, it would be Io. And her theme song slaps. every time her music hit for any match that she have. Oh, I be jamming. Y'all should see me. Y'all should see me when her music be hitting during any of her matches. But I think she'll probably be going to. Well, I'm hoping that she'll go to Raw and let it be. I want Rhea to retain at Hell in a Cell against Charlotte, so that it set up her and Io to get the title. I'm reading some of the from everybody reacting to the releases from WWE. Renee said, "What a horrible mismanagement of some really talented people." Oh, I know Vince Russo finna go in on this. But we'll see what happens. You know, I think it's gonna take the world, the wrestling world, at least a couple days just to be like, oh, this was real. It's time to go get the AEW contracts ready. No, but what's today? Wednesday. Tomorrow starts my TVD, the Vampire Diaries slash the originals uh, fan cast, and we're gonna start talking TVD, all things TVD, with Elena and Damon and Stefan and Bonnie and Matt and Jeremy and just the whole gang. We're gonna start with season one, but I'm gonna start the fan cast. I'm gonna start fan casting tomorrow using WWE and AEW rosters. So that this should definitely be fun. Next week I'll pick back up on Game of Thrones. But like I said, this whole news just threw me for a loop, and I ain't even had time to pick up nothing for to do nothing for my Game of Thrones stuff. So, oh Lord. Eventually, I'll get back to finishing my Discord. I have everything like all of that set up. I just got to get a few other things set up for the Discord, and I'll eventually have all that tagged and ready to go. We about to read somebody. I don't know. Is anybody even on? Oh, Chugs is still on. Oh, we gonna go Ray Nova. We gonna go Ray Nova. We gonna go Ray Nova. If my thing for the raid ever pops up. We gonna go right Nova. We gonna go right Nova. We gon' raid Nova.